Hi everyone, it's Monica, and welcome back to Tailor-Made Cards for You. Well, a few days ago I shared with you my new kit from Tonic Studios, and this of course was the Sweet Sentiments kit. So I've had a chance to play with the kit a little bit, and I wanted to go ahead and share with you some of the cards that I created, but then I also wanted to create a few cards with you as well. Now I have to say the best part of the kit were these dies. And I don't have a lot of dies. Surprisingly, I don't. I have a lot of stamps, but I don't have a lot of dies. But these dies were amazing. They are so intricate, and they also have a little border where you can use them so many different ways. And I'm hoping to share with you a couple of ways that I use this. Now, the first way, of course, is to just go ahead and cut through, and then you can mat something behind it. And as you can see, these dies are so intricate. But even though they're very intricate, they're not that difficult to get all the little pieces out. I found when I was using the die, I just ran it through my Big Shot a couple of times, probably 3 or 4 times, just to make sure all of the pieces would be cut out. And then when I took it off of my Big Shot, the pieces just literally fell out. So it was so nice. I only had a few pieces that I had to pick out. So I was really pleased with that. So you know you're getting a good die. And while you're playing with your dies, not only can you cut them out individually, but you can cut them out on your card panel and create sort of a masking, which I'm going to be showing you here in a minute. This is also one of the papers that came in the kit, and as you can see, it's so beautiful. It makes a perfect Mother's Day card, which is what I was going for here. So after I had used my die cut to cut through my sentiment, then I cut it again, and then I used the border this time. And the paper that I used to cut the second time was the silver Moonlight and rose mirror card paper, and as you can see, it goes perfectly with the rose cardstock that I just showed you a minute ago. Now the other thing that came in the kit was this glue pen, and I didn't have a glue pen. I have glue sticks, and I also have glue bottles, but I really love this glue pen, and I think Tonic knew what they were doing when they included this in the kit because it worked perfect with these dies. As I indicated, these dies are very intricate, so you don't want to get a lot of adhesive all over the place because then it will run through and it could cause some problems with your card. But the glue pen was just the perfect amount of glue to add on the edges to adhere your piece over your die cut. And then once my sentiment was completely glued down, then I did add a couple of the jewels that also came in the kit. And this is the perfect tool to be able to work with some of your small jewels. As you can see, I can easily pick up my jewel with some of that stickiness on the edge, and then I used my piercing tool to release it onto my cardstock. So it's really easy. You can just simply add some of your glue, just a dot of glue, and then you can use your jewel picker-upper to pick up your jewel and then move it in place with your piercing tool. So even though this was a really simple design, I thought it was very elegant, and I was really happy with the results. And as you can see, this die I created a negative as well as a positive, where I had actually cut out the sentiment and used it individually on the top, and then I also cut it out on the base of my cardstock. Alright, so I wanted to go ahead and share with you another design here using another tool that I got in the kit, and this of course is the tape runner. Now, there are so many tape runners out there, and while this one definitely is a good one, it probably isn't much different than many of the other ones out there. I did find that the adhesive was really strong, so I was happy about that, and it glided really nicely, so it definitely was a nice addition to my kit. Now, these cards that I'm creating for you today are definitely clean and simple, and they are typically not my style. But I just wanted to share with you some of the versatility of this die set, along with some of the other tools that I got in the kit. Now, I believe the die set as well as the stamps were exclusive to this kit, so if you aren't on the list to be a monthly subscriber, you might want to take a look at that because some of these items that you get in your kit are exclusive, so you're not going to be able to get them individually. And I was really pleased with my first kit that I got. Some of these dies are so intricate, and they're just really nice, and they create really elegant cards. But some of the other items that I am sharing with you from my kit are available over at the Tonic website. And this, of course, is that glue pen that I've been showing you here to adhere some of these sentiments. I find as a crafter it's really nice to have several different types of adhesives. So not only do I have my pink ATG gun, but I also have glue sticks, I have some glue bottles, and now I have my glue pen. So it's really nice to have a variety of items that I can go-to in my toolbox when I'm working on my cards. Now, as you saw, I did die cut the word just, and then again I added the border over it, and then I'm coming in with one of the stamped sentiments that says because. So my card will just say just because. And again, I'm using some white cardstock that I cut out with another die border that is from Sizzix, and then I'm using some of that pink cardstock that I got in my kit as well. Now I wanted to use some of my washi tape to border the bottom of my card, and this washi tape, if you've seen some of my videos, is the Primo Marketing washi tape, and I've gotten a lot of use out of this washi tape. I think it's my favorite because it's definitely my go-to. I have the pink one as well as the black one, and it has some really great images that work really well on my cards. Now inside the kit you also did get a little mini bottle of the vintage drops, and this is the Dusty Rose. Now this definitely is a sample bottle because you're not going to get much product out of this, but it gives you a good idea of how these vintage drops look. Now I have a few of the Nuvo drops in my collection, but these vintage drops are a little bit more muted, and they're more towards your vintage style, and that's probably why they're called vintage drops. So even though you do have some of those Nuvo drops, this might be some nice additions to your set. Alright, so I had one more card that I wanted to share with you, and this time I decided to go a little bit more towards my style. And of course, if you've seen some of my videos, you know that I like the grunge look, and I'm more of a mixed media girl. So I am using some of the silver, Moonlight, and Rose mirror card to mat over black cardstock, and the word is dream. And then of course I'm just coming in with my Nuvo pen again. Now I wanted the word dream on the black to be a little bit thicker, so I did cut out two of those black pieces and I matted them together just to give a little bit more of a thicker look. Now I wanted to show you a technique that you can also do with your glue pen, where you're going to be creating a sticky surface and then you can adhere some of your deco foil. So this is just something I wanted to show you that's a little bonus with this glue pen. Now, if you've worked with deco foil before, you know that you need a sticky surface in order for that foil to adhere. But I found by just adding a few drops off of my glue pen, and then I just kind of moved it around with a paintbrush, and then I dried it a little bit with my heat gun, it created just enough stickiness to grab some of that deco foil. Now this technique was great because it gave me a really random background, and that's what I was looking for. I didn't want to have a word, I didn't necessarily want to have a pattern, I just wanted some randomness to be able to have some of that deco foil pull up, and that's definitely what I got. So after I had dried that glue with my heat tool, I took some of my deco foil and I just kind of put it right over my cardstock. Now you want to make sure that the color part is facing you. You want to have that up towards you. And then I took my brayer and I just kind of rolled it over so I can get nice, some nice coverage. And as you can see, that background turned out really nice. I was really pleased with the results that I got. So this is just another technique that you can create while using your glue pen. So when I was happy with my background, I went ahead and I adhered the word dream using my tape runner, and then I matted the white cardstock onto some black cardstock. And then I also wanted to share with you another product that I got in my kit, and this of course was this metallic pen. Now I wasn't really sure what to do with this pen, and honestly it probably isn't something I would typically order, but I wanted to go ahead and give it a try, so I went ahead and I just created this mock stitch border on my card. And then I'm using one of the small stamps that goes with this sentiment. And of course, this is going to read Dream Big. Now, after I had stamped my white big, I went ahead and I matted it onto some black cardstock. And again, I did it twice so I would get a little bit of thickness. But when I went to put it on my card, I found that it kind of got lost with the white. So what I ended up doing is I ended up just taking one of my heart punches and I adhered the word big onto a black heart, and that really made it stand out. So even as you're going along, if your first idea doesn't necessarily work out, all is not lost. You can usually fix your boo-boos with some washi tape or even with some Nuvo drops, and even if your sentiment is getting lost in your background, you can easily add some sort of a border or background like I did with this heart. So while your first idea may not always work out, you can always typically find a solution. And then after I was happy with that heart, I went ahead and I grabbed some of that black washi tape. And again, that is kind of the matching washi tape with that pink washi tape that I shared with you earlier. This is the black washi tape, again from Prima Marketing, and it has some great images on it. And I used that to just border the bottom of my card. And then to add some finishing touches, I did come in with just the regular Nuvo drops that I had in my stash, and I added some black drops around my card. I wanted to see what the difference was side by side by using some of those vintage drops next to the Nuvo drops. And the Nuvo drops are definitely a little bit more shiny, where your vintage drops are a little bit more muted. So there definitely is a difference. So if you have ordered the monthly kit and you just haven't broken it out yet, hopefully I've given you some ideas on cards that you can create using your kit. And if you don't have the kit, definitely check it out, because it definitely is a great value for your dollar. Alright, so as always, I'll leave a list of all the products that I've used to create the cards along with the links to the stores. Now, if you've enjoyed my video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. And leave me a comment. Let me know overall what you think about this kit and some of the cards that I created. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Alright, everybody, thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you again next time.